Consider the use of instant assessment techniques to test students' understanding at frequent intervals in lessons. It is very important to test whether the students are learning immediately with instant techniques. For example, the teacher asks the students short questions and expects short answers from the students during the teaching period. There can be small intervals in which the teacher can ask these questions. Sometimes the teacher may leave the sentence incomplete. For example, if she is talking about an adjective and she is defining the adjective and she has already given the example of the adjective to the students, then she can leave a sentence incomplete by saying, "Okay, now we are going to add an adjective to the sentence." And the sentence is, "This boy can run," and then she can just stop there and evaluate and assess whether there are students who will be able to give the adjective fast or slow. Both answers may be considered correct. If the students they say he can run fast, that can be accepted by the teacher. That means the students have had an understanding of what an adjective is. If the students say he can run slow, then again there is an understanding because both the words fast and slow are adjectives. So that means the teacher would be able to assess the students' learning, how it is taking place, the assessment for learning during the short intervals in the sessions that she is teaching. She can also say he is, and then somebody can say smart boy. So smart is defining boy, therefore the answer may be considered correct and appreciated that there is a learning taking place in the classroom. In cases where the teacher is checking the assessment for learning during short intervals in the classroom teaching session, she finds that nobody is following what she has already explained, then that means the teacher needs to address that teaching methodology. She needs to understand that there is something wrong due to which the students have not apprehended and they have not been able to understand what the teacher has taught. In that case, the teacher has to change her teaching methodology and make it possible that the learning takes place. So that means that in the assessment for learning policy, it is not only that the assessment for learning of the students is taking place. Rather, it is also the teacher who is knowing how to teach a methodology by using such a method in which the students will be able to understand and grasp the idea. So it is both ways working. It is working for the teacher also as well as the student. The assessment for learning process must go on during the teaching sessions as well. It is not compulsory that the assessment for learning has to be something separate from the classroom teaching. It can happen after the teaching and it can happen during the teaching as well. So the teacher can support the students to learn during the teaching session also by asking them short questions and expecting them to answer even in one word. The one-word answer would also let the teacher know that there is some learning taking place, and this will work as assessment for learning for the teacher. She will come to know which students have really understood the concept and which group she really needs to work on with the same concept, because probably that group has not understood or grasped the idea that the teacher wants to make clear to the students. Therefore, in both the cases, whether it is during the classroom teaching or after the classroom teaching, or maybe just going through some written work, that the teacher comes to know what has helped the students to learn and what is lacking in the teaching methodology, where she can improve her students to learn better.